everyone, welcome to my Low Buy 2023 introduction video. So in this video I'll be talking about my beauty budget and my plans to reduce my consumerism and my plans for my inventory and my collection, everything to do with my goals beauty wise for 2023. So let's get started. I have my handy dandy little planner here from Erin Condren. I love her brand of planners, and this year I decided to go with the daily planner for each quarter, so it's nice and small. I can take it everywhere with me. And I have my low buy rules written in the front right there, so I cannot miss them. Okay, so the first item is I am only allowed 12 items this year across the following categories. So I'm only allowed to purchase 12 items in these categories, and these are my problem categories. These are categories that I have way too much of, that I just probably don't need to buy anymore, but I am a makeup lover, so I'm giving myself room to not overbuy and yet be able to try out any sort of new releases that I'm super interested in. So the categories are blush, eyeshadow, lipstick, and highlighter. So across any of these categories, I mean, if I feel like it, I can buy 12 blushes or 12 lipsticks or 3 of each. So that's really up to me and up to my taste. During the year of 2023, my taste in makeup does change, and makeup technology changes. A lot of cool new things have come and gone in the last few years, I feel like, since I've fallen in love with makeup. So this really gives me the freedom to explore any new items that are released, but yet be sort of consciously consuming. And I also picked 12 because it's kind of, it can potentially average out to maybe one item a month. So that kind of gives me something to look forward to and maybe to really curate my wish list in that way. I will say that my goal is not to buy all 12 items. Hopefully I have a secret goal of like maybe 8. If I can help myself. So, but 12 gives me nice breathing room, and I won't have to panic and overbuy and just throw out my whole plan for 2023. So that's kind of the reasoning behind this number and these categories. Now, beyond that, I don't think I have an issue in other categories like skincare or eyebrows or, mascara, anything like that. So that's why I haven't set a limit for those. So, I can buy as many mascaras as I want, as many brushes as I want, especially brushes because they don't expire, unlike, real makeup. But obviously the goal is also to just be very conscious of what I'm purchasing when I do purchase items that are outside of those categories. But there is no limit on other makeup products in my life, just with the understanding that I will be more mindful when I do purchase. Now, there is a limit on my entire makeup purchasing because I've set myself a budget of $200 a month on any makeup item, any skincare item, anything that has to do with sort of a frivolous and non-utilitarian purpose. So anything, jewelry, maybe bags, skincare, makeup, they all fall under this category. So I'm really going to try to keep my purchasing down to $200 a month. Now, this certainly can roll over. So if I don't spend any money, let's say in January, then February I have $400 to spend, and so on and so on. So it does roll over. And this, I hope, will encourage me to save my budget for a more expensive but more luxurious item that I will treasure more. So that's kind of the idea. And yeah. Oh, and let me pause and say that the sort of inspiration behind my video and behind my sort of journeying into anti-consumerism is by Hannah Louise Poston. So if you want, you can definitely just pause or stop my video right now and search for her. Hannah is such an amazing soul. I watched her way back when she first started her channel doing her no buy. And if you are on this journey with us, I highly recommend you go check out her original videos as well as her current ones. But those first few videos are so impactful, and they just really get you out of the the problem of over consuming. So I really recommend her videos. Okay, so the next rule is that I can have $100 per month for clothes. I really find, especially after COVID, my closet is at a rut as well, and it just, I'm wearing the same things over and over again, and I'm missing a lot of key items I need, but I have way too many of things I don't wear. So I also plan to do a closet cleanse and to buy some clothes as well. So I will just probably pop that in to my updates at the latter half of the video, so that people who are not interested in clothes don't have to watch that part. But it's just a challenge to myself, $100 a month for clothing items. And going back to the 12 items, what constitutes an item? So it can be as small as a eyeshadow, like one single eyeshadow. If I bought like a pot like this, like from Tom Ford, let's say, or from MAC, that will count as one of the 12 items. Or it can be like a gift set. Like sometimes Sephora releases like a little gift bag with a bunch of mini items and like one full-size item. That can also count as one purchase. Of course, I'm not going to be buying 12 gift sets to get the maximum amount of products that I can get. I'm finding those gift sets less and less appealing, because when I buy them, yes, they're a good deal, but I often find, half the things I didn't want and I have to give away anyways. So it ends up being not a savings. But if there is a gift set that has, let's say 95% of things that I had wanted to try in 2023, then I may purchase a gift set, and that will not count as, multiple items, or just count as one item, just to make things easier. But I promise you, I will not take advantage of that rule, and I certainly won't be buying multiples of sets, if you will. Gift cards, gifts, and back-to-MAC items are not part of the 12. I want the 12 or less items this year in 2023 to be really curated things that I truly want, that, maybe super hyped about, that I just must try. So things like that. So if I'm given a gift card, or if I'm given a gift or back-to-MAC, I don't want it to count towards the 12. But the gift cards themselves, I can't use them to buy, let's say, an additional thing. So gift cards I can use to buy, skincare, makeup, jewelry on top of the $200 a month, but I can't buy more than those categories of 12 items that I listed before, if that makes sense. Now, last point is, you may or may not know about me, but I am a consultant for Beauty Counter, which is a clean beauty brand. I know this business model, it doesn't get a great rep, sometimes, but, I've vetted the brand myself, and it was sold at Sephora, and is such a great, clean, effective skincare and makeup brand. So I do work as a consultant for Beauty Counter, and because of that, I have to purchase skincare and makeup for myself to try if we ever release any of those items, so I can, talk about them to my customers. So those are purely business expenses, and I will not be counting them in any way, shape, or form as part of the low buy, because it's a business. It's my business expenses completely, and I get revenue from that, from those purchases, and from trying those products. So that's a whole other separate part of my life, and I won't be really including that in the low buy plan. And I will let you know that I've already learned two lessons in the beginning of 2023 already, and it's January 2nd. So I just really wanted to share them. For example, Pat McGrath had an amazing sale during Black Friday. So it was 40% off and a free eyeshadow palette if you spent over a certain amount of money. So I definitely fell for it, if you will, and I purchased a ton of products to meet that minimum. I do like a lot of the things I got. I won't say that I totally regret it. But a perfect example of falling into the trap of over consuming is that, so I had wanted this blush. It was, actually, I don't think it even says, she never talks, oh no, Aphrodite Amour. Isn't this beautiful? It's a pinky peachy blush, right up my alley. I have it on my cheeks right now, and it is a really pretty blush. However, after several uses, I've noticed several continuous uses that it congests the skin on my cheeks. I have extremely sensitive skin, and it doesn't like, let's say, 80% of the makeup and skincare that's out there. So I always have to be really careful when I first try a new product. And I am, in effect, allergic to this blush. And I'm so upset because now I have to return it, or I don't even know how the website works for returning. I may probably just have to keep it because I already have it. I've already used it. But, you know, this, if I had bought from Sephora, or if I had planned this purchase better, or if I had tried this product better, I wouldn't have spent the money on it. So this is, you know, however many dollars wasted. So really, it just goes to show me further how we really have to think about our purchases and don't let these kinds of things happen. And this is actually why I stay kind of loyal to Sephora, because they have such a good refund policy. I also don't want to just be buying things to try them as well. So just a lot of thoughts, a lot of lessons already sort of in the new year. And I want to be buying more of these kinds of items. So today, January 2nd, I spent almost $10 Canadian dollars on this MAC Dual palette. I found that I'm a palette girl. I use palettes all the time. They're all, you know, right here. So by the way, I'm doing a Pan That Palette challenge with my Pat McGrath and Natasha Denona palettes as well, if you want to check those out. But I always pick up a palette when I'm doing my eyes. And so I find that my single eyeshadows are just languishing there in my collection, and they're just gathering dust. I don't use them. And I was swatching and trying to declutter them. And I really have a ton of beautiful, beautiful shades. So I decided to get this dual palette here from MAC to pop my round palettes in at least, and this will enable me to rotate between, like, through my single shadows. If I look at one, I was like, oh, I want to use that, I can pop it in here, and it won't take up much room in my vanity or in my makeup bag, and I'll be able to rotate through my single eyeshadows. So I want my beauty purchases this year to be more utilitarian like this, and help me utilize my current already beautiful and, you know, plentiful makeup collection, rather than trying to get more stuff. So that's it for today. Stay tuned. I hope to do a monthly update of how much budget I used and my thoughts, etc. Kind of like Hannah's style, but definitely not as great as her. She is just amazing. So, but anyone trying to do this type of goal setting or this type of journey, I really welcome you to my channel, and please comment below so that we can do this together. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye.